Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that I'm going to show you today is not only that the rule exists that they're coming out with from the Biden administration around your gun rights, but now Steve Dettelbach, the director of the ATF, well, now that the rule is introduced, we can go ahead and say the quiet part out loud. I'm about to show you what he just said about records and what that implies for all of us, because if you don't think that this is about something bigger than just gun dealers, yeah, I got a bridge to sell you somewhere where there's no water. Let me know what you guys think of this in the comments field below, and make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. All right, my brothers and sisters, let's get this, because this is coming out of the media, and you know that they are super excited. They're closing the gun show loophole, the thing that never existed, but they are. It's huge. It's massive. In fact, check this out. And Steve Dettelbach, getting caught up in all the parade and fanfare, says the quiet part out loud. Biden administration proposes rule that require more firearm dealers to run background checks, because after all, that pesky gun show loophole that doesn't exist, that's going to be a bit of a problem. And they're also targeting the internet. The internet. Anyway, let's continue. Washington from the AP. The Biden administration is proposing a rule that would require thousands more firearm dealers to run background checks in an effort to combat rising gun violence nationwide. So there's the talking points right there. But what we're getting into, and again, if you didn't not watch these videos that we produced on this channel, the live we did yesterday, the breakdown we did yesterday, or other channels that also broke it down, you're talking about you're a dealer if you sell something within 30 days of buying it. So now there's a 30-day window. If you have something that's brand new in box and you didn't use it for a year, but you sold it, yeah, you're a dealer. You're talking about such a vague, ambiguous way to enforce this. I can't wait for the lawsuits myself. But let me get to the point of the video with Steve Dettelbach. Listen to what Steve said, the illustrious director of the ATF, who, interestingly enough, knows nothing about gun laws, nothing about guns, nothing about gun legislation, but he's got people. Yeah. Okay. The Bureau estimates that the rule would affect anywhere from 24,500 people to 328,000 sellers. It is aimed at those who are in the business of gun sales rather than those with personal collections. So they're trying to put up the flag and say, if you're trying to sell something personal, it's fine, because constitutionally that would infringe upon the Supremacy Clause and the Commerce Clause. All these pieces, maybe not supremacy, maybe more commerce. The Commerce Clause, but no, it's about personal collections are fine, but if you are engaged in the business of doing a dealer, that's why you have to redefine this term of what a dealer is, because you're going to run into constitutional issues. That's the whole point. This little game that they play is all about vernacular and verbiage and how they can get around not being unconstitutional while still being unconstitutional. That's the point. Anyway, let's continue. Background checks help prevent guns from being sold to people convicted of crimes, teenagers, and others who are legally blocked from owning them, said the agency's director, Steve Dettelbach. Yeah, because everyone out there who owns private firearms and sells them person to person is going, hey, you're a teenager, you should buy this. Come on. That is idiotic. One of the most responsible communities on the planet is the gun industry. If you don't believe me, do something dumb inside of a gun range to see how quickly you get checked, not by the ATF, not by the FBI, but by the gun owners there, because safety is paramount. Anyway, come on, let's keep going. That's what Steve Dettelbach said. Federally licensed firearm dealers are also required to keep records and sell guns with serial numbers, both of which help law enforcement trace weapons used in crime. So now, before I get to the actual quote from Steve Dettelbach here, let's back out a little bit, what they've done in the past 2.5 years, and tell me if you can read the tea leaves of where this is going. So they've said that ghost guns, anything without a serial number or frame of receiver that's not yet a firearm, is now a firearm requiring a serial number. Now you have to redefine what a dealer is, and then keep records and keep serial numbers. So you're putting serial numbers on anything that is or could be potentially a firearm. Then your next step is to change who the definition of a dealer is, so you have records and serial numbers on everything that would transpire. It's almost like they are incrementally building a registry. That's what this looks like. If you back this out, that's exactly what's happening, which is federally illegal. But let's continue, because now I got to show you the actual quote from the director of the ATF. Unlicensed dealers sell guns without running background checks, without keeping records. without observing the other crucial public safety requirements by which the federally licensed firearm dealer community abides, he says, without keeping records. They openly will tell you what their end goal here is. It's not about safety. It's not about 1 in 5 guns are sold under the table at the evil gun show loophole and the internet is only exacerbating the problem. It's about the fact that they've now changed everything to have serial numbers and now they want records on everything through a universal background check system. That is what they are building piece by piece by piece. They lie to you while they do it. They whistle all the way down the road with victory. And now he's come out and say it like, well, you know, we get more complete records. Yeah, they are tightening the grip of control. Now, let me dive into what some of the gun control proponents are saying because, you know, they're not biased. The Gifford Center to Prevent Gun Violence applauded the proposed rule change, saying it closes a gaping loophole. Executive Director Peter Ambler said the Biden administration had taken a giant step forward towards our goal of universal background checks. The director of the ATF has said it. The director of the ATF just now said it. The president of one of the largest gun control groups in the United States just said it. They are going towards a universal background check system of which they are building through the executive bureaucracies outside the confines of Congress. This is so unconstitutionally abusive to our system and our rights. It is next level. I don't see how anyone cannot see this. Maybe it's because I'm in it so much. I don't know, but let me know what you guys think. And now this last piece. Chris Brown, because we got to go to another group, president of the gun control group Brady, said more than 1 in 5 gun sales in the U.S. are conducted without a background check. You know, how would you possibly know that? You don't know that. It's all conjecture to scare people because they want their control. They want their universal background checks. That's what they just said. It's a giant step forward, gun control and universal background checks. These people have no end goal except the abolition of the Second Amendment. If you do not believe that, I don't know what to tell you. I try to highlight it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.